I'm Barry with Cold Creek Nurseries. Going to talk a little bit about zoysia today. There are several varieties of zoysia, and there's probably three basic kinds of zoysia that we deal with. One kind has a very fine blade, and we recommend that you keep that mowed really tight. If it gets too tall and we get into the summer months, then it's almost like a steam bath inside that really thick area, and then you could wind up with Pythium blight and destroy a large portion of your lawn. Then we have the medium-sized type of zoysias. Here in the CSRA, some of those fine-bladed varieties that we see now is the Xeon, the old school Emerald, and we're starting to see a few properties that have Royal Zoysia on it. The medium-sized blade zoysias, and I have both of these at my house, is the old school Myers zoysia and a newer variety called Zenith, which is the only zoysia you can start by seed. It's a lot of babysitting, but I got it going. And then we have the wide-bladed zoysias. And the two main wide-bladed zoysias that do really well here in the CSRA would be the Empire zoysia, which is what we're standing on, and also Palisades, which is nearly indistinguishable from this particular variety. Zoysia grass just grows really thick. It has stolons, these are the top runners, and it has rhizomes, these are the underground runners. And it just does a wonderful job of hanging onto that soil. There is no other southern turf grass that stands up to erosion as good as zoysia grass does. So if you have an area where you're on a slope, that would be my go-to, would be the zoysia. It's not something that you probably would want to put in an area where children and pets are going to tear it up, but it does stand up to erosion very well. It's also has sort of a shade-tolerant grass. It needs about 6, maybe 5.5 hours of direct sunlight each day for it to do well. So some of these areas that doesn't get quite as much sun, and you have a different grass type that didn't do well there, the zoysia may be your answer in that spot. One thing I wanted to mention about the mowing of zoysia is a very tough, very fibery plant. So it's going to wear your mower blades down faster than the other grass types that you may be used to mowing. So you have to check that blade for sharpness every week. You may have to sharpen it every other week or every week, depending on how big your property is. The medium to wide-bladed zoysias, we like to do what we call cleanup cuts for them. The grasses grow so thick, the best way to really dethatch your lawn is to do cleanup cuts. And that's just usually in March or early April. We'll lower our mower down a notch and we'll bag everything, suck all that dormant debris right on off of there. And that will help clean out all the thatch issues. Sometimes you'll have to do that one notch at a time. Go across it one time, see if you've got it. Sometimes you have to lower it another notch, but you want to get it down to about 1 inch tall. After that, lift your mower up 1 notch and keep your zoysia at about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches tall for the rest of the year. Now, sometimes there are other things that can happen to zoysia grass. It's pretty good about bouncing back from a lot of these things, but some things can cause trouble for it. There's different diseases that can affect zoysia, just like any other grasses. And if you need me to come take a look at that or help you with that, give me a call. My number is 803-646-9065.